receives a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running. The ends are out there. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state at Georgia. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Play fake, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. John Johnson, leading tackler for the Rams last year, in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ryan on target to Pitts, first down Falcons. The first down carry for Davis. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Kyle Pitts out of Florida was the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, the highest a tight end has ever been taken. A lot of people thought he was the best player in the draft as well. Wearing number 8, he's a matchup nightmare for any defense. Good grab there for a first down.
M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play action, Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they bring him him just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses try to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player. And sometimes he comes up really hyped up and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, the next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That good for 22 and a first down. Ryan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. from the red zone now. Here's Ryan on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mayfield to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Ryan.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one. Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And this one is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's looking for Ridley again. And that takes us from second to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And that'll bring up second down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
To throw again is Ryan. And he's going to have to hook up to Gage. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with a Falcon. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
In a game where one field goal was all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Gott.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Davis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Ryan. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. On second down, it's Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a good substantial run there from Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons. Always dependable, Mike Davis.
They keep it with Davis on first down. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Davis. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ryan going to give this to Davis. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Nick Chubb, a gain of 10 yards. And it's
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The tackle there by John Johnson. 8 yards to go on second down. Here's Ryan to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Davis. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Mayfield and the Browns down 6-0. A minute 55 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Copeland in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 9. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Pass midfield, look out. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a two-score game. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing by a touchdown. 54 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Here's Baker. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And this one will be brought back to the 22. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He was with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding...
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, a politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Seahawks and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This is DJ Reed returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Carson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. This is Carson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete right side to Lazard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the delay, Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon from 13 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Crosby.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. And some room to work. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, don't need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. The beautiful fake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 fight. Box it.
Throwing is Rodgers. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, what are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Pass, catch, first down for Tunyon. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 22-yard scamper. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Reed. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dean Lowry able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
There's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
Touchdown! Gerald Everett, 29 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. Only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. 2nd and 5.
57, Mike, 57. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Win.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Back now at Lambeau. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
6-man.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the right side with Jones. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Darrell Taylor, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ugo Amadi there to knock that one away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The kick by Crosby is good, but it will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 10, 46 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick.